Namaskaram, welcome to yet another session together on this aspect of dance, Shiva or Shaivism, connected with our dance forms, especially the southern traditions and the northern traditions. When someone says the word dancing Shiva, a dancer can immediately conjure up the mental image of a yogi with a loincloth made of tiger skin, matted hair dancing feverishly. Thanks to the plethora of literature and poems on Shiva, a dancer can put his or her hand in a basket of ideas and pick any story to describe the dance of Lord Shiva. Within India, from the Pahari and Guler miniature paintings to the bronze images of the Chola Empire, from the sculpted pillars of Somnath to the friezes of Odisha, Shiva has been portrayed in numerous ways dancing. In fact, geography was never a restraint as we find dancing Shiva in the Far East like Indonesia, Cambodia, Vietnam. Origins of Shiva dancing, Hinduism is probably the only religion where gods like to dance. However, Shiva and Vishnu and their various avatars or incarnations are more predominant in displaying their prowess in dance and their mastery over it, and rightly so. This is mainly attributed to the Natya Shastra and the mythology of how dance came into being. As per legends, Shiva was the progenitor of dance. Being a dancer par excellence, he taught his dance to Tandu, who taught the art form to Bharata and Parvati, and she taught to Usha, daughter of Asura Bana, an ardent devotee of Shiva. She was wedded to the prince of Dwarka, Aniruddha, and thus the art form was transferred to the mortals. Usha trained the milkmaids of Dwarka, who in turn passed it down to the women of Saurashtra. There is another reason also why Shiva is depicted dancing by the ancient sculptors. As per Agamas and Saivite philosophy, Shiva is worshipped as a Linga Murti in the Sanctum Sanctorum or as the main deity. This Linga Murti is Arupa Rupa, that is, it is both formless and with a form. It is believed that for the benefit of his devotees, Shiva manifested into various other forms called Maheshwara Murtis. According to different schools of Shaivism, there are either 25 or 64 Maheshwara Murtis. Nataraja Murti is one among these Maheshwara Murtis. Among the forms that Shiva took, the ones that are important for dance will be seen in detail. According to Shaivite literature, Shiva danced 64 types of Tandava dances, which he danced in 64 different locations. While it is a common perception that Shiva dances only the Tandava dance, he also dances non-Tandava dances. In the Sangam poem of Kalitogai, Aru Ari Andanaruku, the poet describes Kodu Koti, Pandarangam and Kapalam types of dance by Shiva. While Kodukoti, dancing after destroying Tirupura, and Kapalam, dance after the severing of Brahma's head, are associated with the Shiva Leela, Pandarangam was a war dance performed by Shiva on the battlefield. His dances have been described in detail in Tamil literature such as Umapati Koil Puranam, Tirumalanathan's Chidambara Puranam, Sekizar Periya Puranam, Tirumular's Tirumandiram, and in Onmai Vilakam. Manifestations of Shiva dancing. Nataraja Murti. This form of Shiva is frequently depicted and dominates as the form of Shiva apt for dance. Nataraja, meaning king of dance, is an amalgamation of a deeper and transcendental philosophical thought given to us by our ancestors. The image of dancing Shiva in this pose is replicated in numerous ways over the countries, and the zenith was achieved in the hands of the Chola period sculptor. Taking inspirations from the Bhujanga Trasita Karana mentioned in the Natya Shastra, Nataraja can be described as having the right hand in Pataka or Ardha Chandra Hasta, left hand in Dola Hasta, position across the body. Alternatively, the right hand can show the Damaru with the Simha Mukha Hasta and left hand shows Ala Padma Hasta. Another variation is Tripataka on the right hand and Mriga Shisham on the left hand. The right leg is in self half-hitting Ardhamandali position while the left leg is lifted and is in Kunchita Pada stance. There are variations of this pose done by dancers where they take the Nataraja pose and lift the right heel. Somskanda Murti. Somskanda, expanded as Saha Umaskanda, is the form of Shiva where he is seen with Parvati and his son Skanda. Although the iconography of Somskanda is that of a seated Shiva, this manifestation takes a prominent role in Bharatanatyam. The reason is Somskanda is the main deity at Tiruvararu known as Tyagaraja Swami. This temple in the Tanjore district is well known for its development in Sadir and current day Bharatanatyam. The Devdasis employed in this temple performed dances and Kuruvanjis which were in praise of Tyagesa as he is also known. The famous Devdasi dancer T. Balasaraswati popularized the Bhairavi Varnam Mohamana composed by Punaya Pillai of the Tanjore quartet. This Varnam is in praise of Thiruvarur Tyagesa, and when Satyajit Ray made a documentary on her, she chose to dance a shortened version of Mohamana Varnam. Other than the Bhairavi Varnam, Rupamojuchi, Todi Raga by Ayyasami Natunar, not Muthuswami Dikshitar as popularly believed, Yela Nanu Sevu, Puran Chandrika Raga by Ramaswami Dikshitar, and En Tanini Telu Pudra Khamas Raga by Subbarama Dikshitar are compositions in praise of Tyagaraja Swami and are still performed in Bharatanatyam dances. Rupamajuchi Varnam is standard repertoire of Kalakshetra, where Rukmini Devi Arundel choreographed this Varnam, keeping in mind the architecture of Tiruvarur temple. In a particular Sanchari where Lord Tyagesa is shown coming out in procession, the choreography with the Nadai or walking gait is an imitation of the proscenium as seen in Tiruvarur. Tirupurantaka Murti. In this story, Shiva destroys the three demon cities, three place, with a single arrow. As per Kalitogai, a Tamil Sangam literature, Shiva dances the Kodikutti dance after burning the Tripura. Ardhanarishwara Murti, as mentioned in the prayer song of Kalitogai, Shiva is also described as dancing the Kodikutti dance while taking the Ardhanari form. Gajasamara Murti. In Gajasamara Murti, Shiva kills the elephant-headed demon Gajasura and is usually depicted with Shiva having his right leg on the elephant's head and using both hands he has flayed upon and the skin of the Asura elephant. At the same time, his left leg is lifted up. In sculptures, Shiva is facing his back to the viewer and has his right leg pointed sideways, has his upper body twisted, making this pose a difficult yet elegant one when done correctly. According to legends, the village of Valluvur in Tamil Nadu, ancestral place of Valluvur Ramaya Pillai, is where this Leela of Shiva was enacted. Also, the Todaya Mangalam of the Shiva temple of Valluvur Jayasudha Purivasa was sung at the beginning of every performance by Valluvur Ramaya Pillai. Brahma Shiras Cheta Murti. After severing the head of Brahma, Shiva dances the Kapali or Kapalam dance with the Brahma's head in his hand. This dance is mentioned in Sangam literature, Kalitogai. Other murtis of Shiva that are important to dance are Bhujanga Lalita Murti, Bhujanga Trasa Murti, Sandhya Nrita Murti, Sadan Nrita Murti, Chanda Tandava Murti, Gangadhara Murti, Kirada Murti, Matangari, Shankaranayana, Jvara Bhangam and Jvara Murti, Kalasamhara Murti, Kamadhana Murti. Songs on Shiva. Among the many songs on Shiva, Bharatanatyam has probably the largest collection of compositions that are popular and frequently performed even today. Kirtanams on Shiva. Kirtanams literally means a song in praise of a deity. Kirtana. Shiva Kirtanams were composed by Muthu Tandavar, Gopalakrishna Bharati, and Papanasam Siman. More ancient are the hymns sung by the 63 Nayanmars or Shaivite saints. The Kirtanams Idadhupadam in Kamasraga, Aditalam by Papanasam Shivam, or Bho Shambho Shiva 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 Bho Shambho in Revati Raga and Aditalam by Dayanand Saraswati are popular. Gopal Krishna Bharati composed some iconic songs on Shiva such as Adum Chidambaramo in Bihag Raga and Aditala, Eppo Varuvara in Chenachuruti Raga and Aditalam, Karanam Ketuvari in Purva Kalyani Raga and Aditalam, Natanam Adinar in Vasanta Raga and Aditalam. Being a dance form that originated in Tamil Nadu, Bharatanatyam dancers often use the Tevaram hymns and other Shaivite poems to start the performance. Sometimes one witnesses a small abhinaya on this and the dancer goes into Alaripu immediately. The popularity of Shaivite hymns can be seen in the trend of reciting the Tirupugal composed by Thiru Gyana Sambanandar as the underlying lyrics for a non-lyrical composition such as the Alaripu. One such Tevaram hymn of Apar or Tirunuvukusar is Kunita Purvamam, where the saint describes the countenance of Lord Nataraja. He paints an imagery that consists of brow-like eyebrows, coral-like lips, batted locks, red skin smeared with milk-colored ash. He then says, "Those who have darshan of this divine dancer are blessed to be born on this earth." In the Doordarshan archives, Dancer Lakshmi Vishwanathan performs this hymn with elan and brings in front of us the vision of Apar as he witnessed it. Padams on Shiva. Padams are compositions that are performed after the Varnam and are in slower speed of execution. Padams and Javalis are enjoyable aspect of Bharatanatyam, as here the Abhinaya mastery and skills of the dancers are showcased. Most often, Padams in Bharatanatyam are predominantly about Krishna or Muruga. However, every now and then one witnesses a dancer performing to a Padam about Shiva or to one of his manifestations. Some of the rare Padams on Shiva are Mannadari Amal in Kambodi Raga and Aditala by Mutandavar on Lord Nataraja, Enge Erundalum in Kambodi Raga and Rupakatala by Subramanya Iyer on Tiruvararu Tyagaraja Swami. The Natuvanar K. and Dandadapani Pillai, known for his virtuoso in choreographing Bharatanatyam dances, has also composed Padams on Lord Nataraja of Chidambaram, like Arpuda Sirpiyadi in Raga Mallika and Rupakam Talam, Parthukonde Erundal in Abheri Raga and Aditala. Another famous composer of 19th century was Ghanam Krishnam Iyer. His Padam Tiruvattiyur Tyagarajan in Nattana Raga on Tiruvattiyur Tyagaraja Swami was made famous by T. Jayamal singing and Tanjore Balasaraswati dancing to this song. Another Gyanam Krishnan Iyer's Padam on Shiva is Tiruvil Varano in Kalyani Raga and Rupakatala. Other Padams on Shiva and his various manifestations that are regularly danced to are Mugathai Katiya in Bhairavi Raga and Misra Chaputala composed by Papanasam Shiva Mudalayar. Ennaramum Undam in Devagandhari Raga and Aditala composed by Mari Muthupille. Ehatai Kundu in Kalyani Raga and Rupakatala and Kalai Tuki in Yadukula Kambodi Raga in Aditala also composed by Maru Muthupille. Tandanityan in Todi Raga and Aditala composed by Ramalinga Swami. Tilanas on Shiva. The finale in a Bharatanatyam performance is the Tilana. Some Tilanas on Shiva were composed by K. Dandadapani Pillai, such as the Tilana in Hindolam Raga and Aditala, Kannada Raga and Aditala, Hamsanandi Raga and Aditala. He also composed a Pancharatna Tilana set in 5 different stragas of Lord Shiva. Dance dramas on Shiva. Bhagavata Mela and Kuruvanjis are dance dramas by group presentations in Tamil Nadu. While the Bhagavata Mela has participation in recent times of both genders, Kuruvanjis are predominantly performed by female dancers. Bhagavata Mela dance dramas are predominantly Vaishnavite themes like the Prahalada Charitram of Mela tour. However, 2 Bhagavata Mela compositions, Markandeya and Sivaratri Vaibham, exist that are based on Shaivite themes. Kuruvanjis are dance dramas from Tamil Nadu that are bhakti laden and involves the fulfilling of the prophecy of the Jivatma mingling with the Paramatma. Kuruvanji is an amalgamation of Kuruvan, the nomadic tribe, and Vanji, woman of the said tribe. There are many Kuruvanjis composed and choreographed on Shiva. The Tirukuttral Kuruvanji is the earliest known Kuruvanji, composed about 300 years ago. This Kuruvanji was composed by Tirukudrasappa Kaviyar and dedicated to Tirukuttral Nathar of the Kutralam temple. Many of these Kuruvanjis were performed by Devdasis in Shiva temples that have Shiva as a deity or lord to whom Naika is pining for. Some of the Kuruvanjis on Shiva are Adi Muleshwar Kuruvanji by Marumuthu Pillai, Kanappar Kuruvanji by Markanda Nalavar, Kumbeshwar Kuruvanji by Papanasa Mudalayar, Chimbara Kuruvanji by Chela Pillai, Siva Puriman Kuruvanji by Damodar Kaviyar, Sivan Malai Kuruvanji by T. Lakshman Bharati, Chitrambal Kuruvanji by K. N. Dandadapani Pillai, Tirukadishwarar Kuruvanji by Yazpanam Veeramani Ayyar, Tirupurar Kuruvanji by Sabhapati Mudalayar, Neelai Kuruvanji by Tondayaman Mudalayar, Brahideshwarar Kuruvanji by Siva Konundu Desikar, Varunapuri Adi Muleshwar Kuruvanji by Thillai Vidanangar Mare Muthu Pillai, and many more. Among the recent revival efforts on Kuruvanji dance dramas, the role of Rukmini Devi Arundel is significant. Having witnessed the dance in Tanjore and realized the charm and beauty of Kuruvanjis, she revived the Tirukutrala Kuruvanji with new choreography. After 6 years of effort and 1 month of meditation, this Kuruvanji was premiered in 1944. It was later performed at various venues. It would be an understatement to say Rukmini Devi's Kuruvanji revival was a catalyst in bringing the Kuruvanji dance drama to the forefront of Bharatanatyam group productions. While all these Kuruvanji dance dramas have originated in Tamil Nadu and are in praise of various Shiva temples in Tamil Nadu, there are no similar compositions available about Shiva temples of the north. However, as an exception to this observation, Anjali Mayer choreographed a Gujarati Kuruvanji called Somanath Kuruvanji, which was in praise of Chandramouli Swami in Somanath, Gujarat. This was premiered in 1977. In Kuchipudi, the classical dance of Andhra, a genre of dance called as Pagati Vesham involves the story of Shiva as Ardhanari. In this Pagati Vesham, the dancer is made up to look like Shiva on the right side and as Parvati on his left side. A veil held from the head and tied to the nose ring and also held by one hand near the neck completes the illusion. This veil works as a prop to cover half of the face and also as a marker for the audience to delineate Shiva and Parvati. This Ardhanarishwara theme is employed in the folk form and also in classical form by dancers. In dancer Swapna Sundari's world, although the costume design was similar to dance of Shiva was done by folk dancers with spontaneous spirit, whereas the classical version was more stylized. In the folk version of Parvati appear coquettish, whereas the classical version her movements are more gentle. Shiva reveals this form, where in the folk the river Ganga is depicted to flow from his locks, whereas in the classical form Shiva's third eye is indicated. One particular Kuchipudi dancer who had made a name by performing the Ardhanari theme in Ardhanarishwaram Venkat By performing this item for 20 years with 3, 4, 5, 6 performances, he has earned the prefix of Ardhanariswaram in his name. The doyen of Kuchipudi, Vempati Chinna Satyam, had choreographed dance dramas on Shiva such as Haravilasam, Ardhanariswaram, Kirat Arjuniyam. Talking about Haravilasam, which was premiered in 1988, Vempati says that he has experimented through dance the Aharya, the scene where Sati burnt in her father's Daksha Yagna. Using a group of girls dressed in red, he made them rush on the stage in a single file, surround Sati and throw their arms and fluttering their hands, suggesting flames engulfing Sati. In Ardhanariswaram, the Pravesudaru entrance song for Ganga was choreographed by Vempati with sweeping movements, high leaps and jumps to indicate the ferocious and bubbly nature of the river. In Kathakali, as per historical evolution of Kathakali, it has been a Vaishnavite predominant dance drama. Although stories from Shaivite mythology are introduced, these are rare in the common repertoire of a Kathakali performance. One such mythological story that is performed in Kathakali is the Kirat Arjunya from the Mahabharata. In this, Arjuna is doing penance to Shiva to obtain arrows of magical qualities. In order to test him, Shiva appears as a hunter of Kirata and kills a boar, a demon sent by Duryodhana, which was also target of Arjuna. Having killed the boar with 2 arrows originating from 2 different bows, argument arose as to who killed the boar first. The performance has Shiva and Arjuna displaying the Veera Rasa. In Manipuri, one of the oldest dance documented Manipuri is Lai Haroba or Haroba, which is done to please the god Thangjina or Shiva, as known in Manipuri. This dance is described as Jagoi Nin Thong Poreng, meaning a series of dances by the king of dancers, Shiva. Even today, this dance is performed in the Morang district of Manipur by priests and girls devoted to the temple. It is said that Lai Haroba is a synthesis between the Tantric faith of the Manipuris and Shaivism. The festival of Lai Haroba, performed by priests and priestesses, lasts a fortnight and there are 2 dances. The first one is Maybe dance, which is an imitation of how the universe came into existence and creation. The second one is called Khamba Thoibi dance. Young boys choose girls as partners to enact the life story of Khamba and Thoibi, who are revered as incarnations of Shiva and Parvati. The story is about how the princess of Morang dynasty, Thoibi, falls in love with the Khamba of the Kumal dynasty. Khamba and Thoibi used to play the role of Shiva and Parvati in the religious festivals of Moirang. They get married, but this relationship was not favored by others as the 2 dynasties were feuding. After some time, while Khamba was away, Thoibi discovers a spear secretly hidden in the house. According to customs of the land, keeping a spear in a woman's house indicates her approval of an extramarital affair. Getting angry, Thoibi throws the spear outside that falls on Khamba, who was returning, and she dies. Unable to bear pain of separation, Thoibi plunges the spear into her heart. In Chau, especially Saraikala Chau, dance is performed mostly in honor of Ardhanarishwara aspect of Shiva. Originating in Odisha and Bihar, the ritualistic performance of Chau happens on the Chaitra Parva or the spring festival that lasts for 4 days in the Shiva temple of Majna Ghat on the banks of river Kharkad. Wearing a mask and made up like Mangala Chandi, a manifestation of Shakti, the Chau dancer starts dancing from the river bank and ends the performance within the Shiva temple, all the while carrying the sacred water from the river in a pot on his head. During the other days of the festival, dance competitions are held in front of the flagstaff of the temple, which represents Lord Nataraja. The themes of these dances are varied from Shaivite to themes from Ramayana and Mahabharata and other Puranas.